Behind the music, behind the sound, it's more with the rhythm, it's going down. Behind the music, feeling it now. If it resonates, we break it down. Yeah. Let's smoke about it.
Okay, so welcome to another episode of Behind the Music. And today we're really getting into the real meat and potatoes, the real ooey gooey yumminess of For Lover Girls. Now, I wasn't sure if I was going to break down the entire album in one video or take it song by song or group them up, but we'll see. I personally think that today's episode needs its own song, which is For Lover Girls, the intro to the album, right? And this one feels different because For Lover Girls wasn't just a song, right? Like, this was the moment that everything started to make sense. Like, I didn't sit down like, yeah, I'm about to lay out an album. I'm about to create an album. Nah, this came from like a very real place, right? Like a place where I was noticing how easy it is for the world to make you hard. How easy it is to stop believing in love, to stop believing in softness, to stop believing that you can be both, right? Like, I know some beautiful, amazing people that have experienced so much, you know, me included. And deep down inside, we're still lover girls, right? We could be bitter, we could be angry, we could be a whole lot of things. But we choose to be lover girls, right? So, you know, I just shared like all the all the ways you could stop believing, right? All the things you could stop believing in. But what about the women who didn't stop believing? What about the ones who still feel everything, who still love deeply, who still believe in something real, even after disappointment and heartbreak, after being let down, right? By yourself, by others. And so I know normally I usually go through all the lyrics, but I'm just going to, go through them and talk about, not go through them fully, but go through it line by line and kind of talk about it, right? So there's this line in the song that says, the ones whose hearts weren't hardened by the world, right? That line, again, came from observation. And if I'm being honest, from a little bit of pride too, because it takes strength, like real strength, to stay soft, right? People will tell you, oh, I'm in my soft girl era, right? But people don't talk about how much strength it really takes to stay soft, right? We celebrate toughness. We celebrate detachment. We celebrate yeah, I'm good, I don't care, I'm gonna do me energy, right? But what about the women who do care? What about the woman who does care? What about the one who still writes love notes in her head, who hears a song and feels it in her chest, in her whole body, who sees love as something sacred, right? Who still believe in magic even when the world told them it's naive. One of my favorite lines of the song. That line, that's every time you were told you're doing too much, you love too hard, you need to chill, and you tried, right? But it's just not who you are. And then the song gets real. The ones who crave to feel the love they so freely give. We're going to pause on that for a second. That part. That's the quiet truth a lot of us carry, because giving love comes natural. Pouring into people comes natural, but receiving it, now listen, I'm not going to sit here and say it's easy, right? Being met, being held the same way you hold others, that's where so much tension lives, right? And I didn't really want to write this from a place of lack, right? I wanted to write it from awareness. Like, yes, we feel deeply, but that does not make us weak at all, right? Soft but fierce, patient but powerful. That's a whole nother line. That's kind of like the blueprint for the entire album. That's why I call the album For Lover Girls, because I realized this wasn't a project or album about chasing love. It was about redefining it, right? About owning it, not begging or shrinking or overgiving, but standing in it fully. And when I got to that part in the song where it says, like, we've lived this story before, it clicked for me. This wasn't just about one person or one relationship. This was about a type of love, the kind that feels familiar, the kind that feels spiritual, the kind that doesn't need to be explained. And that's when I knew this ain't just a track. This ain't just a song. This ain't just a bop or whatever you want to call it. This is an introduction. This is the door opening, okay, to my first full album. Because everything that comes after this track, every song, every feeling, every moment is rooted in this same energy. For the ones who love in lifetimes, not moments. That is the standard. That's the tone. And towards the end of the song, it kind of softens a little bit, right? Because it's not loud. It's not trying to convince anybody. It's just true. A touch, a glance, a silence that speaks louder than sound. That's the kind of love this album lives in. It's subtle, it's felt, and it's the unspoken, right? And then I bring it right back home. This is for the girls who still dream in colors. Because no matter what you've been through, if you're still dreaming, if you're still hoping, if you're still open, you're still in alignment. And that last line is simple. Welcome to For Lover Girls. Right? That wasn't just a lyric. That was me saying, hey, come on in, you safe here. You don't have to pretend you don't care. You don't have to act like you don't feel. This is where you get to be exactly who you are. And that's why this song matters, because it didn't just start the album, it created a space for the believers, for the feelers, the ones who love with their whole being. And if that's you, then yeah, this song was always for you. Okay? That's all I have. Until next time, I love you all.